giving up nothing.
They've had a great time sitting here telling stories to each other. Well, you love story time, and I'm going to let them just do their thing and let Tim Worley. He did the Goldberg. What are we going to do today, Tim? Tell us our story.
Well, let's go to the NFL today.
Okay.
I'm going to tell this. This story was actually told on ESPN by Merle Hodge when he was actually a commentator there.
Okay.
1990, I'm playing with the Steelers, and we make a trip down to New Orleans to play the Saints. And we're driving downfield. I think it's in the second quarter, and we tight game, very physical game. We get into the red zone, and usually at that time when I was playing with the Steelers, I was third and long. I would come out of the game, and they would put like Dwight Stone or somebody like Rodney Carter in the game, more passing. And so we're in the red zone. We're about on the 10-yard line, and basically I automatically start running out because I know Dwight or Rodney's coming in, right? And right when I'm getting close to the sideline, Dick Hope, which was my running back coach, he start waving me, go back in. The clock's running down. We got before we run out. He said, go back in. And I'm like, and so I just sprint back into the game, and they're already lined up and ready to go, right? And so I get down squatting like in my 3-point. Merle Hodge is beside me, and I asked, and I'm saying, Merle, what is it on? You can't hear.
Yeah.
They said, what's the play? What's the play? Merle told me to play, right? And then after that, he couldn't hear anything. I'm asking him, what is it on? What is it on, right? And then I was like, Bubby Brister. He's a quarterback. He's underneath the quarterback, right? I'm like, Bubby, what's the count? What's the count? Bubby did something. I couldn't see and I couldn't hear. I said, man, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I said, what's the count? Bubby turned around. He was so frustrated. He said, 2, MFer, 2. Hey, I took my helmet off and I stepped up to him. I said, man, I kicked your tail, man. Merle Hodge, it was so funny that Merle Hodge fell out of his 3-point stance. We had to call time out. That's a good one. That was very funny at the time. We laughed about that so hard. But anyway.
How about you, Jonathan?
Probably got to go to college just because of we were playing Vodtech. I ended up getting hurt at the time. We were playing Vodtech, and we were running the option and things like that, and they were literally trying to take me out the game from a standpoint of just not wanting me to get the ball, not wanting me to take over the game type thing. Mm-hmm. I kept getting hit in my side because the week before I got a hit pointer. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if anybody's had a hit pointer before. It's probably besides
crack ribs.
Getting anything down here is probably the worst injury you probably want from a running back perspective.
Yeah.
I got hit one time in my hip, and my body just like literally shut down. Like I was scared for a minute because I didn't know if my legs went numb for a minute. Laying on the ground, a quarterback comes up to me. He's like, Nesbitt's like, hey, 2-1, roll over. I said, motherfucker, don't touch me. Don't touch me. My back hurts. My legs don't touch me. And then my guys, get up, Jay. I said, if I would, I can't move. And then luckily the trainers come out there and everything. And then my mom, I can visualize my mom. My mom's very protective over me, freaking out in the stands. They're like, hey, you want to go back in or you're not? I said, yeah, I want to go back in. It's like, you want to take a shot. I hate needles. Yeah. So I'm terrified of needles. And I'm first time ever really getting a shot for pain, going to the locker room. It looked pitiful. I had a towel in my mouth, biting down, thinking it's about to be the worst possible shot in the world. Just a little poke. Oh. And then they're like, oh, we're done. I was like, that's it? And I was like a sussy right now, man. And then luckily I went back out there. But that was probably the worst pain I ever felt like just from that. And then the whole situation was wild.
It was fine after that.
Yes.
That's funny. How about you?
I'll go NFL. I'll go off the field, though.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's going to be good.
I'll go off the field.
Jamie Winborn had some good off the field.
This one, we were actually in camp. at the Trove in Pittsburgh, and guys, us just being competitive warriors, and we playing cards, and somehow the card conversation turns into a wrestling conversation, and guys get to matching up. DBs wrestling with DBs, and linemen with linemen, backers with backers. This is when I really knew weight classes were, I always knew it was a thing, but then certain situations just make things be like, okay, this is why they had weight classes. So 2 of our linebackers are wrestling. I'll give one name, I won't say both. Joey Porter is one name.
Okay.
So watching him, being from Ohio, growing up, and watching him come out all vast and leaned up on TV, all big and swollen and all that stuff, and finally get on the team with him. So one of the younger linebackers is trying to do something, like he's trying to move him and make a move on him. Peter was like, "Oh, so you think you strong?" Lord have mercy. Peasy was like, "Watch this." Mind you, it's a room full of us in here. We're in a college dorm, so the roofs aren't that high. They're probably about to these lights right here. We're standing up. He got Peasy around the waist. He's like, "Watch this." Picks him up, feet in the air, power bombs. Oh no! Everybody in the room is like, "What the just happened?" He almost, Buddy messed his shoulder up. The other linebacker, I almost said his name.
Yeah.
Almost messed his career up off of that power bomb wrestling in the room. But I just the strength that he displayed and showed was like, yeah, this is why I always work out. This is why I stay in the weight room. This is why, because strength matters, and there are weight classes, and kids, be careful what you do in the weight room, and be mindful of who you lock up with.
I got a pro story.
Okay.
This is about Troy. Troy's probably the strongest human being that you ever meet. Don't lift weights.
Don't.
Have you ever seen him lift weights?
No. You don't.
So, like, Troy would do this, like, repetitive, like, stuff where he would be on a medicine ball. He would move his feet on the medicine ball as fast as he could, like, work on his quick twitch joints. But, like, Troy in practice, Troy did not practice. Troy practiced, but he did not practice. Troy literally, you'd see Troy in practice jogging around like everything was all just chilling. He would have his hair up, nothing, just kind of like tag off, no. Like the game day Troy and practice Troy, 2 different people. One day somebody pissed Troy off. It was AB actually. AB pissed him off. So one day we're in training camp. I look back. I'm looking, trying to see what's going on, figure out where I'm going to go. There's a run play, like where was the run fits be and everything like that. I see Troy. Troy's moving all over the place. I haven't seen Troy move all over the place besides against other people. So, and then I see his hair down. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Before I got the toss, Troy did he'd do a ninja bomb. And then somehow he was in the backfield, almost caught the toss. I've never seen a grown man, but no one's ever picked me up before. He picked me up and slammed me on the ground. And then he looked at me, he had this look on his face of just like pure, just like, I'm trying to kill you, like I'm trying to hurt you. And I'm like, Troy, you good? He goes, oh, my bad, JD, I'm sorry. And he has like this, Troy has this very soft-spoken voice, but like when he plays, he's a Tasmanian devil. So like dealing with Troy, and then like there's this other story. He likes to prank kids. So if you had a fine, you always got that FedEx in your locker, like on Tuesday or Wednesday. You get that FedEx. Troy made up a whole fake fine thing for this young DB. Oh, I think it was for Keenan Lewis. And he put it in Keenan's locker. Keenan's in the locker sweating like, oh my God, I got a fine. I don't remember what it was for, blah, blah. It was like, they showed the fine was like 30, 40 grand.
Oh, wow.
So Troy, he's freaking out, like spazzing out for like days. He's trying to call the NFL people, talk to the NFLPA, talk to the rules, talk to Troy Vincent at the time. Troy's like, I don't know what you're talking about, Ken. You ain't got no fine. He's like, I got some in my locker. It's a fact, and it looked real.
Yeah.
By the end of the week, Troy came up to him, hey man, that was me. And then like no one could. It was the funniest thing. He was a prankster. Troy was probably one of those most unlikely, funny guys in the locker room by far. Troy was funny.
You got another one?
Nah, I'm good, man.
You got any more? It don't matter which ones they are, as long as you don't incriminate a friend.
I'll just tell you the levels of greatness.
Okay.
Yes.
Story.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to Green Bay after leaving Pittsburgh or Jacksonville, Charles Woodson was there. Now, we didn't play with Troy and Hines and Joey, and I haven't seen vets, how vets operate. When I got to Green Bay, I've never seen this kind of power. Our practices were dedicated off of if Wood practiced or not. What he did. Because he played nickel and corner. So based off of what he wanted to do that day was how the whole defense was predicated.
Right.
Like if Wood was like, I ain't practicing today, that changes the whole dynamic of the defense in the schematic scheme. If he's like, I'm playing corner today, that changes the whole schematics of what we're doing. So I just, that right there is just my NFL experience of what great guys and the time he put in. But I'll say there's another thing about him, though. When we're in the locker room, when he's getting taped up, he's on the table getting taped up with his iPad, watching film, going through film, watching film. And this is what all the greats do, the Troys, and it's just a lot of film. And that's what we were talking about earlier, what separates the guys. When you get to the league, everybody's big, fast, and strong. It's like JD said, what's from the neck up, what separates us. Yeah. And it's the guys who put in the most film that allows themselves to be in better position because you pretty much know what's coming. So the probability of you putting yourself, because they give us, it's a big book, thicker than this, full of the plays of the other teams and what their percentages, what formation. They like to do this 80% of the time out of this formation, and so you get this whole breakdown. So it's up to you as the athlete to actually go and watch the extra film to put yourself in a position to make these plays. And guys like that, Charles and Troy and guys like that are the ones who you see them putting in that extra work, and that's why they do what they do.
So guys like that probably didn't have, like, that's why Troy didn't have to practice, because he was studying so much that he was like 20, like he was like chess. He was 10 moves ahead of everybody else. Like you would see him. I remember we were playing the Colts. Like James Ferry used to call the play and be like, Troy, what are you doing? Because like Troy would just freelance and do what Troy wanted to do, and he was probably about 90% right majority of the time. And if it was wrong, we just dealt with it and moved on. He would be running down. They probably were playing cover 6, which is 2 one way, 4 the other, and quarters. He's running downhill, yelling to Ike, lock, telling him he's got man. If he sees something happening, blitz off the edge, picks up the fumble, scores. And it's just like Troy just being Troy.
Yeah, Troy does. Troy does a lot of, off of that film preparation, does a lot of wild stuff. I've been behind him. We supposed to be in cover 2. You might see Troy down jumping over the quarterback, jumping over the line, making a tackle. It's like, bro, you got half the field back here. You jumping over the line. What the hell?
I've seen him be in the A gap when he's blitzing, somehow, some way, the ball snapped. He's already back there. I don't know how he gets back there. Like, Troy was our emergency running back.
Yeah.
And we just call him Baby Jesus. It's like we were like, you know something more than you better tell him. Like, I tell this joke, I'm like, hey, Baby Jesus, whatever you know, tell me, bro, so I can be 2 steps.
Yeah. Back in the old days at my old shop when we started doing story time, we had a guy that helped us. Obina always said, or to ask questions. I ain't done that in years, man. I want to ask you a question. When you was being recruited, and you were basically, going to all the college, kids watch these videos, and we tell them, you watch the language because you're gonna hear it from your coaches. So look over it. What advice would you give some of these kids around here that's hungry like y'all? Y'all both NFL players, and these kids see themselves. I mean, look at Ladd McConkey. He was a young kid, and now he's with the Chargers now. Give some advice for these kids. I mean, all y'all. I mean, because they want to get to that next level where y'all are at. And I know it's hard work and dedication because y'all prove it. So
I got 3 keys to success that I always give to kids, right? 1, faith. 2, vision. 3, envision. So faith, I always tell them, nobody can believe in what you're doing more than you. Not your mom, dad, grandma, auntie, brother, sister. Nobody can believe more than you. That's 1. 2, vision. I always ask them. We watch college football, right? We see it. Watch high school. We watch pro football. We all know it's real. So the vision is there. So we got the vision part. That's real. The envision part now, right? Now I always ask them, how many games do you think I watched growing up? And I'll go around the room and ask. They'll throw out numbers. Then I'll be like, 0. They'll be like, huh? And I say 0 because the envisioning part. As I'm watching the game, whatever play was being made, if a ball was being caught, a kick was being kicked, the tackle was whatever's happening on that TV in that moment, that was me doing it. And I just worked my way up. There's a process, which is the beautiful thing about football is we're the only sport that, like you said, OG, ain't no skipping no steps up that ladder.
No.
You can't, there's no going straight from high school to the pros and none of that. You're going to go high school, college, pro. That's the process. So as I'm going through the process and watching these games, you go from playing on Friday night to you were watching college. Now you're playing on Saturdays. You're watching Sundays, and now you're a freshman. Now you're a sophomore. Now you're junior, senior. Now you go to playing on Sundays. So that envisioning yourself until you get there and just working through that process are my keys and to success for them, man. Just always believe, keep that vision, and just work through it and go through the process. And don't try to skip steps. That's what I call it the microwave age. The microwave. Everybody wants to get to, like you said, 10. But you don't know the beauty of the whole thing is that 1 through 9, all of that information you gain from 1 through 9. So when you get to 10, you can use all of that stuff. Is the beautiful thing of it. So just faith, vision, and envision.
And kids, here's the thing: 2-time Super Bowl champs telling you that. So you guys listen to these guys, because when I bring them up here, we have a fun time with them, with all the players we bring in. But they have wisdom. And you guys need to listen to these guys, because if y'all want to get to the next level, they're actually giving you a little bit of open book to work hard, work out, faith, do whatever. And so, you guys is basically the future of the young kids where they can get to the next level, because y'all were there, both of y'all. And so now these kids are hungry and wanting that. But that's y'all doing what you did. That helps out these kids.
Yeah, I would say that what my dad emphasized with me was, one, you understand, especially now, like with the portal and everything, you're competing not just with yourself every day. You're competing against people who are in California, competing against people who are in Louisiana, North Carolina, Ohio, and you're competing against these guys that are in college right now. So it's like the work ethic now is harder now to go to college than what it's ever been. And there's a lot of kids, and then at the end of the day, find a place that's good for you. Don't worry about the name. Don't worry about any of that. Go to a place where you can go play and compete and things like that. But the biggest thing for me is you gotta, in everything in life, no matter what, whether it's sports, business, anything, in order to be successful in life, you gotta sacrifice something.
Yeah.
You gotta give up something.
Yeah.
Whether it's hanging out with your friends,
Yeah.
whether it's that girlfriend or that boyfriend, girls in that aspect, or whether it's video games. That doesn't mean you can't live a kid life. It's just a matter of what are you willing to sacrifice to get where you want to get
Get to the next level.
Yes, because there's a lot of these kids, and not everybody comes from the same situation. Some kids don't come from a 2-parent home. Some kids come from the struggle where they're a little bit more, that's their way out.
Yeah.
Where some kids is, me, I was a kid that came from a 2-parent home.
Yeah.
So it was about what I wanted and what my goal was to be in the league. When I told my mom at 5 years old, I'm going to take care of you. And things like that. So it's like, you have to be willing to sacrifice. No one should be asking you to go work.
Right.
Like, no one should be asking you, hey, you going to go work out today? Like, if your parents are asking you to go work out today, you don't want it bad enough.
No.
You don't want it bad enough.
Because they know
Yes.
they're trying to get you to get there, and if you don't want
And
anybody
like
to work out.
Ann said, I can't. Your parents, your coaches, your friends, your brother, your little brother, they can't want it more bad than you do. And if you want it more than what they do, you're going to be fine, just fine.
Yep.
And this really and also this, if you're a coach, when you're dealing with coaches, don't listen to what they say. Listen to the message, because they could be dog cussing you, but they're telling you what you need to do.
Yep.
And the things that you got to have tough skin, and that's not just in sports. That's in business, life, everything.
Everything.
So you got to be mentally tough, and from a standpoint of just like I said, if you're not willing to sacrifice, and if you're not willing to work hard for it, and then no one has to beg you to go work hard for it, you're not gonna make it.
What do you say, T?
Well, I agree with what Jonathan just said. Sacrifices. You have to make sacrifices. First of all, guys, no matter what it is, in life, whether it's sports, whether it's a job, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work, and putting in that work, you're going to make sacrifices, and that sometimes you got to separate yourself from people. I believe in basic fundamentals. I talked about that earlier. I'm a basic fundamental guy, and I believe that before we get out there and we start running jet sweeps and all this stuff and this and that, stick to basic fundamentals. If you want to play football, learn how to get into a stance. Do the basic stuff before you start getting with all the fun stuff. If you're playing basketball, instead of going out to that 3-point shot, get inside and shoot that ball off the backboard and dribble with your left hand, dribble with your right hand. It's just basic fundamentals. And I believe that the basic fundamental will take you to the parts that's a lot of fun. Okay. And, but once again, it's about sacrifice, and it's about putting in the work. You have to do the work. Okay. It's not like a PlayStation game where you listen. I see a lot of kids. A lot of kids play PlayStation and they play Xbox and they try to go out there and simulate what they're doing on that Xbox and put it on the field, and it's not working that way. Okay, like I said, get out there, put the work in. If you got to run the stadium, if you got to run around town, if you got to do push-ups, wall sits, no matter what it is, do it just to stand out and be better. Remember, basic fundamentals first.
I got one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Big C, character. Right?
Yep.
For all being former professional athletes, we know that you're going to lose something. You're going to lose how fast you run, how high you jump, how far you can throw a ball, all of that stuff. That's inevitable. You're going to lose some of that.
Yeah.
But the one thing that you'll never lose, as long as you're conscious about it and keep it at the forefront of your thought process, is your character. No matter how old you get, I'll always know how to respect somebody, how to treat people, that kind of thing.
Never forget where you come from.
And don't forget where you come from, man. So that character thing, man, always be mindful of how you treat people. That's one of the most important things in life, man, because you never know when you're going to need somebody.
Yeah. And seeing the wisdom that we've got in here, guys, I mean, I was glad that they done this. We've had a great time today. I was hoping more people would come out. Where's my Steeler fans? They always say, hey, you get some Steeler stuff in here, let us know. We had some of the greats here, guys. And I've enjoyed it. And story time don't always just be about the funny stories. I actually brought something back that made me think of it. Like, maybe these kids need to be motivated to get to the next level and have some kind of drive to go to the next level. So I'm glad you shared it. I'm glad y'all both shared it.
Let me say one more thing. Anthony said something about character, which I totally agree. You know, the scripture says your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. But it's your gift. Well, yes, your gift will keep you in the room and get you in the room, but it's your character, that keeps you in the room. That's right. So just as much as you're working your gift and your talent, making it stronger, making it faster, making it do what you want to do, also work that character so that you can be able to maintain and stay in the room for a long season.
Yes, yeah, and I'll say something just from a coach perspective, talk to kids about recruiting.
Yeah.
Like, go where you're wanted. Mm-hmm. Be realistic. Parents, be realistic.
Yeah.
Don't be delusional. Like, at the end of the day, when college recruit, the first thing to look at is your child's size, how big you are. Mm-hmm. The next is how fast you are. Mm-hmm. And then measure the fact of, like, your skill set, what can you bring to you? It's your skill set. Your grades got to be right.
Yep.
2. 1, also, like, how you treat your high school teacher now is going to be beneficial for you in the long run. Mm-hmm. When you get to the league, they investigate everything. Like, they will go talk to your kindergarten teacher.
Wow.
Like, I remember, like, Coach Thomas said they talked to my elementary school teacher or my middle school teacher. They talked to your counselor in the front office at your high school before they even touch you. And then, like, sometimes they might even have a private investigator follow you.
Yeah.
So it's like, like I said, you got to be on your P's and Q's. And yes, you are a person and you are an individual. But at the end of the day, when you are on that type of level, you're not the same. You're not the same. You're not like every other person that walks through the door. So yes, you have to be on your P's and Q's of how you are and things like that. And your character, even in high school now, they ask these things and then they'll drop you now because they'll take your scholarship away. So you look, and then also too, your journey is your journey. Mm-hmm. So don't look at everybody else. They have this offer, that offer, because at the end of the day, they only can pick one. They can't pick all of them. So be on your P's and Q's. Be on your P's and Q's with your Twitter, your film, sending your film out constantly. Make sure your high school coach has a recruiting coordinator and everything like that, and constantly sending your film out. And be realistic. Doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, you can make it to the league if that's where you really want to go to. It's all about the working. At the end of the day, if you're good enough, they'll find you.
Yep.
They'll find you, no matter what school you go to.
Yep. And guys, these guys here have the wisdom, and I'm glad that they shared a little bit today. We had fun with the jokes. That was fun too. It's always fun. Story time, guys. I hadn't done it in a while because a lot of people really got busy on certain ones. We were able to do with Quincy and do with Ben True. And, but guys, it's not even 4 o'clock. They said 12 to 4, so y'all got not that long to get here. So y'all need to get out here, get some more autographs, meet some great guys, man. They just actually told your kid out there, a football player or baseball player or a girl playing basketball, they gave you your vision. Make it work for you because these guys here, 2-time Super Bowl, playing with Steelers, both of these guys are. I mean, you've got some wisdom here. Take that, what our video is, and use it to get your son to the next level. Well, guys, I'm going to get off of here. We'll sit here and hopefully keep hearing some more stories that we're allowed to listen to, but not be on video. But anyway, guys, we appreciate everybody. Support J&W Sports and Apparel. Check our website out, www.jwsportsapparel.net. And, just support all these small businesses around here because we need you guys, and we need all these clothes out of here before football season. Come out. We do layaway year-round, so keep that in mind. And my trademark is what kind of fan are you?